We gonna end up doing this whole thing, and it's never gonna be recorded. The greatest show on earth. What do they say? The revolution shall not be televised, right? All
Yeah.
right, here we go, man. Phil Davis, Ancestry Lands, ancestrylands.com. How are you folks? Listen, man, we're 92,000 strong and going. You know who it is. I got my guest, Josh Baez, back again. He's got some stuff he wants to talk to us about, so we're going to get right to it. Josh, how you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. How about you?
I'm great. I'm great. I'm great. So let's talk about this, man. I've been doing all my little videos, my broadcasts, doing on the road vlogging, things like that. And you had something interesting because you do watch my channel, correct? Let's just make sure the subscribers know you're not a bot, right?
Correct.
Okay. And he watches my channel and he had some great things to bring to me about something that we could discuss. And we're going to talk to that about all the viewers today. So, Josh, why don't you open it up with what you wanted to discuss, what you thought, what I was doing, what could add more value to the subscribers and the viewers alike at Ancestry Lands?
Sure thing. Yeah, so while I was watching the videos that you were creating and
Mhm.
through the long form videos and also through the shorts, I saw that they were talking more about mindset. One of the shorts in particular that sparked this idea when you spoke about success when it comes in the lens of business.
Right.
And oftentimes you mentioned how when it comes to business development, it takes a long time. It's a
Yeah.
process. And oftentimes people might have rose colored glasses when it comes to the business development LLC and all those things because you look on Instagram, you see someone driving a Lamborghini or a Bugatti, and you think this is the life, but this isn't the reality. And
Right.
oftentimes, when people are hit with that reality, they feel a bit discouraged because they're not earning. And the
Right.
thought of this video, and this is when I reached out to you, I thought of this. I was like, well, when you're starting out, maybe you're not making money, but your learnings can be your earnings. And
Right.
that was when I reached out to you. And I think, I think this is a great conversation. This is a great mindset, personal development, business development. And that's how it kind of started for this video here.
Right. Now, let me ask you this. That's the old fake it till you make it, look rich, hood rich, ghetto fabulous that I think the 90s kind of made that, a thing, but in your mind, why is that so attractive? I mean, we got the Chase credit card scam or ATM scam. I don't know if you know about that one where I don't know, someone had the bright idea that they found if they went to Chase and they put a check in and got it beforehand and they could get all this free money and then end up turning around. Now they're in debt. And because someone didn't understand that their actual banking information was attached to it. And again, when I look at it, it's like we went from building this nation, building the White House to, being freed slaves to being free people to being marching for equal rights. And now it seems like the only thing we get is equal criminal rights right now. And no one wants to do the hard work, the labor. Like Kevin Samuels said once upon a time, maybe the dead rest in peace, you have to do the work. And where do you think that's coming from in this culture where everyone's attracted to the glam and the glitz, not the elbow grease and the overalls that got the dirt from the day?
I think it's just because of what you mentioned. It's hard. It's difficult. People want to avoid that. People want to choose the path of least resistance, the path where you can acquire things a lot quicker, right? The Instagram,
Right.
you're getting insta famous, insta wealth, and they think
Um,
that translates into the real world.
right.
So, I think that's what it is when it boils down to it. We constantly look for shortcuts, but the truth is, it's the long game. It's always been the long game, and if it wasn't, then
Mhm.
the shortcut would have been revealed a long time ago.
Okay, so what you said the Insta famous, the Instagram. So are they living an Insta lie for an Insta life? And you said something when we were talking back and forth about there. What did you say? Something. Let me see if I can put it right. You said that a person's success is based on how much truth they can accept. Just get into that a little bit more because I think that connects to this Instagram, Insta famous. Everyone wants to be the Haka Girl for, a little bit of time, but is her life reflecting all the fame she got? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think and this comes, you can look at it from both the personal lens and that business development lens.
Mhm.
When you start to decide to make that choice of improving yourself in whatever facet you want to, whether it's, being a father or being a
Mhm.
business owner or being a hard worker, you then have to start looking at what mistakes or why you aren't there, rather. And
Right.
when you start to look at that, then essentially you open yourself up for critique, for criticism, and you
Mhm.
start to realize there's a lot of things that you're currently doing that you might need to readjust to get to that goal. And that's a hard thing to look at. That's a hard thing to accept and to move
Right.
forward, to see, oh, well, okay, well, I'm not doing that well when it comes to my work, or my business isn't growing that well. It's not the people, it's maybe it's your product, maybe it's your service, and you just might have to
Right.
take 2 steps back, reanalyze it, and then continue to move forward. That's a hard thing for people to do. So then that's when the shortcuts start looking a lot more appealing.
Right. But I mean that self-assessment that you're describing is necessary to their growth. You know what I mean? It if you don't do it, you skip the line, you start cutting corners, and you end up shaving more than is necessary, and you don't even have the same original. If you keep shaving away, ice and ice, you keep shaving and shaving and shaving, you eventually won't have any ice left. So them not doing that self-assessment, where does that lead them down the road to say it looks good right now because you cut a corner and you got past that pain point, but then it seems like later on there's a bigger wall they have to climb. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think actually, the funny story. This brought me back to a time where I was training,
Mhm.
this older lady, and one of the things that her goal was that she wanted to become really in shape. She hasn't trained in decades, and she wants to get in shape in a month or two.
Oh,
Well, that, and she was uncomfortable with the growth needed to have that body transformation.
right.
And she kept asking me, and her frustration was building. And I asked her a
Mhm.
simple question: what is one thing that you know that grows and doesn't hurt?
Ooh,
Right? You've heard of growing pains.
right.
Whenever you, even let's say you put a cake in the oven, right? You
Right.
have to put it in extreme heat.
Right.
If you want to freeze ice cream and it tastes great, that's nice, but you're putting it in ice cold temperature. There is
Right.
nothing. If you plant a tree, you plant a plant and you put it in the dirt, it's in the dark. There's
Right.
so much soil on it, and it has to grow through that, but you're not seeing it, but it's
Right.
happening. So
Right.
it's a difficult thing, and I think that's one of the biggest roadblocks that people
Right.
hit. And if you can pass that, I think
Mhm.
you're almost there, really.
Oh, I know the answer. An erection. There you go. So oh my gosh. Okay, so maybe that a sound clip is coming in there. I got one for that too.
Yeah.
So I- I'm sure the guys will love that one. Okay. I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, folks, that's it. Phil Davis, Ancestry Lands. I'd like to thank my guest, Joshua Baez, for showing up at what is it, JB Media, right? And we'll put all the
Mhm.
links in the description section below where you can go and subscribe to his channel, right? You got a YouTube popping now, right?
Yep. The
All right,
content's
good. We're gonna
rolling
get
out
over
in
it.
there.
I'm gonna put that in
Yeah.
the description section below. We got it this time,
Yeah.
folks. So we got it. But folks, listen, remember Ancestry Lands. Go to Josh's channel. The links in the description section below, folks. Thanks for watching. Remember, own property or you'll be owned as property. Phil Davis, Ancestry Lands, and I'm out. Peace.
Have you ever wondered how some individuals amass wealth through vacant land investments? Here's your answer. We introduce the perfect solution, Getting Dollars from Dirt, a beginner's guide to vacant land investments, written by author Philip Davis Jr. and also owner of Ancestry Lands. Uncover tried and true strategies and expert advice to navigate vacant land investments, even as a novice. This book simplifies the process, offering practical steps toward financial independence. Learn to spot lucrative opportunities and boost your returns. Getting dollars from dirt equips you with the confidence and knowledge for wise investment decisions. Seize this incredible opportunity. Get your copy now and embark on your journey to wealth. Click the link below to order. Start building your fortune today.